Loot Bet. Do you want to become the best Dota player you can be? DotaHaven.com.
Hey guys, Killer Pigeon here at the Kuala Lumpur Major, sitting aside TrentPax with TI caster now after appearing at TIA.
Wow.
Now here, first DPC. It seems you're everywhere right now, Trent. You're at ESL as well.
Yeah, I was. It was very good. And then I just got back from King's Cup too, so it's been a bit busy, there's no doubt. I'm definitely looking forward to heading home after this, but I'm very happy to be at the first major because it's very exciting. Obviously, a couple teams getting knocked out weren't expecting, a couple teams going forward weren't expecting, so yeah, I just can't wait to get started tomorrow for the main event.
Of course, because you've got a family waiting at home, I've got your son waiting for daddy to return.
Yeah, it's a bit tough. Traveling definitely got a lot harder because of that. Puts a lot of pressure on my poor wife because she has to obviously do way more stuff, but she gets her done. And I very much can't wait to get home.
Yeah, she gets to seal the first. You have to see them in videos.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, there's a lot of videos. So I'm well loved in the WhatsApp group. I think I'm both loved and hated because I definitely spam a lot of baby photos, but some of them are so good that they all agree it's kind of worth it. So
every time I'm like, that was actually pretty good.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I got a pretty good one.
It's like I was talking to Dakota earlier on. Similar story of him, right?
Yeah.
He's a dad now. And he's very thankful for his role at BTS because it gives him that kind of stability.
Yeah, for sure.
You see yourself moving this like Moondog started to consider something like, would you be like, damn right, I'm in there straight away?
Well, for me personally, I'm never leaving Canada. I'm not leaving Nova Scotia ever. So
that's conditions like, guys, you're gonna move to Canada, but damn right, I'm in. Let's go.
Yeah, I know. It's I definitely have some plans in the work for more like long-term stuff. So. It's definitely important because when it comes to like the whole caster life and everything, a lot of it is like very much like short-term gains, short-term goals and stuff. So it's now that I've kind of finally gotten to a lot of those goals, right? Actually making it TI is crazy, and now it's just the next step is where do you go from there? How do you prepare for your like the rest of your life, right?
Yeah, I mean, like Malini had that this year. It was like, I've done TI, I've done everything.
Yeah.
Time for a new chapter. He chose software development. Where do you think you go if you won in the Dota scene?
I would definitely still stay in esports. I think it's something that I do well. It's something that I know a lot. So I'd be hoping to just like try and grow and just make it better for the future, right? Just specifically Dota. I can't say I really care about any other game. So I don't see why I'd ever leave Dota.
What if Dota left you, Trent?
Dota.
I know it's never gonna happen. But
don't be like that, guys. Don't do it. It's fine.
So. The innocence in his eyes, his tears. We'll edit those in later.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good.
So looking at the teams here, like I've asked everyone today, because most have kind of been very plain on. Has there been any big surprise, any big upset for you in terms of team performances?
I think the most recent one, and definitely the one that still stands out the most, is it's got to be TNC and Vici Gaming. I mean, there's no real question there. Pretty shocking to see TNC go through after Vici Gaming. Like, I was ready to be disappointed by Vici Gaming at Hamburg. I thought they were going to get 3-0'd in the grand final, and then they managed to take it to 5 games, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, maybe this team's got something coming in the major, and then obviously they did not. I mean, all the credit to TNC. I think they got some pretty cool, unique strategies that are helping them get some victories there, so we'll see if their run can continue.
It's all about beating the enemy team and thinking you can't take high ground.
There you go, yeah. They're really good at that. I still don't think they can take high ground.
They don't need to if they keep coming out to you, right?
Fair.
Just hold around the roach a bit. Get to like 3 hours and wait for someone to go, I can't take this anymore, this game is done. Just GG.
I heard a lot of that in the green room, that is for sure. But I don't know if that's what Vici Gaming were thinking.
So, I mean, everyone thinks Secret and LGD are favorites here. They have been on a whole other level. It's been like watching a beautiful dance, right?
Yeah.
The opera. Do you think I think TNC is the one that people are looking at is this unknown quantity, this very sporadic variable that could upset those two teams? Would you agree with that? I mean, everyone who's here has a chance. No?
No. I don't think they could. I mean, sure, of course they could. No doubt. I'm talking like 90-10 maybe. I don't think they really have the capacity to do it, at least not in a very likely fashion. To me, I think maybe it's because I've also cast a lot of their games, but for Evil Geniuses, I feel like they are definitely the team that is looking like they deserve to be in that top 3 conversation. The way they're just playing and positioning around the map is honestly stunning. I think that they had a pretty tough opponent in forward. I thought forward were going to do a little bit better in this major, but obviously they met EG a little bit earlier, and I kind of see EG like carrying that torch of NA And yeah, I mean, obviously NA casts are here, guys, but the way they control that map and they play on that Radiant side when they're dire, it's not something I've seen from any other team here, and it's something that I feel like is going to give them enough control around Roche that they can take these games and go toe to toe with Secret and LGD.
I saw this image of just like Jack laying on the ground, just reaching out.
Yeah, he'll hate me when he sees
Bulba, take it.
Yeah.
Take the NA glory. You're our last hope and savior. But I mean, well, there's another hope and savior who isn't an NA one anymore. Of course, Nip up there.
Yeah,
They've been doing really well, especially with standing.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, Peter said it himself several times. Pretty much can't get a better stand-in than Mind Control. They're very happy. Obviously, they would rather have 3-3 Neta with them, but you know, if the situation dictates that that's not possible, the next best option is probably Mind Control. I know that they've been very happy just in terms of his like overall communication and ideas in the game. He's really helping more than he's not just sitting there and being like, okay, Mind Control, we need you to play Centaur, go. You know, he is still trying to like push a lot of his own ideas in the team to bring them to victory. He's not just like this there to fill a seat guy.
Just like, you picked my hero? Okay.
Yeah, he's not sitting there playing his mobile games or anything.
I mean, that's unique as well, right? Because usually stand-ins do kind of fill that gap. It's like they're not really welcome into the team fully. They know they're not there for long term.
It's an interesting dynamic when the stand-ins come in, because I've heard quite a bit, like, I think a lot of stand-ins find situations where they learn. I think at Hamburg is a very good example with CCNC. I know that he came out of that feeling really good about himself, not only because he was learning a lot, playing in EG, but he also legitimately knew that he was teaching them some things, and like there was stuff that they took from him. Like you heard Arteezy say in his interview, his that Arc Warden build that he's been so successful with the Necronomicon 1 Radiant to the Hand of Midas was something that CCNC had mentioned to him, and then he goes and tests it in pubs, and now they've just made it so deep in the tournament using that strat. So yeah, it's kind of cool to be able to get that exchange of information. You want to keep it limited because you don't want to give away all your secrets. But there are benefits going both ways in those situations. So maybe Mind Control will have some stuff to go back to Liquid, and hopefully we'll actually, see them at a minor or major Liquid. Where you at, guys?
Maybe this was the plan all along. Like, let's see what PBD's up to. We'll still lose strats.
Oh, it's like the MVP strat.
Yeah.
Right, we got March out there. Dubu's coaching right now, so it's about 3 years long, but eventually they'll come all back together and be great Korean Dota once again.
Done. Easy.
That would set my heart.
That would be like the master plan of Dota. Nothing like screw OGs.
That's some like
Love
Yu-Gi-Oh
story,
shit,
right?
dude. That's like getting all the cards together. That's exotic.
No. That's more than that. That's like Hearthstone. Where you play one card and then there's like 20 different cards afterwards because it's a mess of a game anyway. Don't care about Hearthstone artifact maybe, but. Looking at this right now, 7.2 around the corner.
Woo.
I've been asking everyone the question, because it feels like we have been in the desert for weeks, just crawling over, and the water is finally in sight. What does that container have in it? What do you want to see with
map changes? Yes. I don't know what it is, but something has got to break when it comes to this whole Radiant Dire. This idea, like where Roche, I don't know, there has to be some sort of a mirror to Roche. I don't know what it is. I don't think it has to be a second boss like that. But it feels like there's got to be something. Maybe maybe there's two pits and it can be in one or the other. I don't know what the answer is.
I've heard that one. It sounds like I just imagine a giant whack-a-mole scenario where it just keeps.
I don't know. It feels like there's got to be some way to force you to play in that Radiant jungle, because after the tier 1 falls bottom, and then the tier 2 is like at a quarter HP or something, that whole part of the map is just dead. No one plays there for the rest of the game, and it's really weird. Like, it feels like there has to be some way to make that valuable, and I think it's that imbalance that's drawing this giant Radiant advantage, because the second you get any sort of elitist Radiant, you play in the Dire jungle, and then you're just by default controlling Roche. Even though if you're the enemy team and you want to do the counterplay to control the Radiant jungle, you're innately losing.
Yeah.
Like, there's no benefit to being there.
I mean, it's like, I've heard it said plenty of times, like, co-cast and everything else, like, alright, they've gone bot, the other team can now go to the Roche. It's like, oh my god, this is so obvious.
So why'd you go bot,
It's like the only person I think we see there is usually a recovering carry. That's the one exception. Is like
and the reason why I talk about EG and why they look so strong is because what they're doing right now is they're just like camping that high ground by like the Radiant Shrine. The second they have an advantage is Dire. They're basically playing the Radiant Shrine area and trying to control with like illusions. Like that's why it's so good with the TV or the Arc Ward, is that they can still control lanes while controlling what would generally be a weaker part of the map, but it still gives them Roche access. So yeah, map changes, please, for the love of God. I don't care about anything else.
Alright, now I'll ask everyone else this other question, because none of them give me an answer. And you've given me a good one already in 7.2. What's your concept for Mars? What big thing are we going to see that's going to make him different?
Mars.
What would you like to see?
Well, I like the idea that he's like, I kind of picture like a
Kinda like a
legion,
Greek
like a
god or
Spartan.
something,
Yeah, I
right?
kind of picture like maybe like a Spartan kind of deal, where like maybe he's like a big phalanx of soldiers, like that's his ultimate or kind of a deal. I think that'd be kind of neat. I used to like studying a lot of that kind of stuff, or like the ideas like the shield formations and stuff, and how they would like cover by the arrows, like that whole like unified orders kind of a deal. So I don't know. I'd like to see a lot of like soldiers, but it seems like he's kind of like an individual guy. So I don't know. Maybe his ulti spawns a bunch of them, but then we've already got Monkey King, and we already have all these issues with like these clones and stuff. So
Are you worried that Mars is going to crash the game?
I guess I kind of see him as maybe I focus on the shield. So I'm hoping maybe he's like a defensive buff kind of hero for the whole team.
What's that? It's the Roman god, right? Mars. So
I believe
maybe
so.
you get like the tortoise formation. And
Yeah,
stuff.
because the Romans use planets, right? Yeah, I guess I'm making him very Greek with the whole Spartan analogy, but yeah, I don't know. I'm focusing on like maybe he's defensively based. But if it's Mars and it's the god of war, perhaps it's going to be like
I mean, I
carnage and anarchy and.
I kind of imagine a spear as well.
Oh, he's definitely Spirit.
It's got to be a spear.
100% he's Spirit. There's no
I
question.
think I was on Dream League. I trolled everyone in the chat because like we done like a hot mic moment. I was like, yeah, so Mars, the whole way the whole works is everyone has to attack everyone. It's like a giant Legion command duel. The more I think about this concept, the more I just like it.
That sounds awful.
It's the fourth
As a
arena.
support player, I do not wish to fight anyone. So no
Just to
thanks.
disrupt and the Crystal Maid hitting
Yeah.
each other while crying. It's like this is taken forever.
Yeah, that sounds very boring. I'll pass.
Alright, well, I think that's a nice little roundup. Any last words you want to say?
No, thanks to all the fans, all the supporters, everyone who's just like obviously watching just the stream, watching the major. I know you guys are all excited, as I am, for DPC to get kicked off underway. Big thanks to all the fans who are coming to the arena too. I think it's pretty cool. I just ran to someone at the mall who was super hyped up to see us all walking around. So the Dota excitement is building up again for the DPC. So I just can't wait to watch the games.
Yeah, looking forward to it too. Thanks, Trent.
Thank you.